Well, it's the day before Thanksgiving, and if I remember to do this, I will do it every year. I will make a different video every year. I don't care because it's gotten to the point now that the participation trophy generation has gotten out of hand with this entitlement. I have not seen so many animals taken to the pound, put into the pound, and been put down in the past couple of years if I've seen in my lifetime that I can remember. And I know it happens, but I mean, it's ungodly, unreal, the amount of animals that are being put down now. I mean, they don't even, if they pick them up off the side of the road where I live, they put them on a 24-hour hold and they kill them, or 72-hour, whatever the hold is locally, and they kill them. Done, over with, that's it. They're gone. And it's unbelievable that someone could do that, that someone would do that. But there is two entire generations that have no problem with doing it. Hell, they mistreat their own fucking kids and the elderly. So to them, what the fuck's an animal? And it's just so mind-blowing. As being someone that has had over 100 dogs in his lifetime, and probably in 2020, I lost the last of my, 2021, lost the last of my 4 before I got Apollo and Shelby. Abby was the last, nope, Mama Cat was the last one. I had her almost 20 years. Abby was 15. And Mama Cat was kind of a rescue. She just showed up like all the other 65 dogs that just would show up in my yard. And it's mind-blowing that people would do that. I mean, if you flip through some of my videos, 3 years ago, locally in my city, some assholes brought a dog because she was 12 years old. And they didn't want to have to keep messing with her because they didn't want to take care of her because she was too needy. And so there was some other thing. It was a big line of bullshit that this couple gave. Because, I mean, hell, what do you expect? The dog was 10, 12 years old. So, I mean, she's been with them the entire time, her whole life. So the dog didn't know no better. And me having a dog like that, Abby was like that. Abby ended up being needy like that because she was getting older and there was problems. And as dogs get older, they get needy. And then they start having more anxiety, separation, because they kind of revert back to a puppy, which is kind of weird. But I learned that through Abby because I never had a dog that long, that was that old. Abby was the oldest dog that we had. And we'd kept her all the way to the end. So we had her from beginning to end. So these idiots takes this dog to the local shelter, and that was the excuse. So I took it and I spread it around a bunch of different places, here and there and everywhere. And about a week goes by and somebody gets the dog. So it goes to its new home. And it was about this time of year, which is fucked up. And I started noticing a pattern the past 4 or 5 years that it's been around November. And then when December comes, people are like, oh, I want a new puppy. And they quite literally will do that. Man, another example. Time of year. Guy brings his dog to the pound. Lady tells him, look, if you leave your dog, we're going to kill it. We don't have the room. Your dog is going to be put down. He said, I don't care. And that's what happened. And it just blows my mind that people do that. I'm just like, humans don't deserve the fucking earth or any animal in the earth or anything the way things have gotten. I mean, it blows my mind. Don't ever let me go terminal. It'd be bad. But I mean, it's just... And then other things I put too. Dogs aren't presents. Pets ain't presents. People like to buy all these different little things as a present, and then the child neglects it. Everything from an exotic bird, to a dog, to a fish, to a turtle. I mean, it's gotten so unreal. It's just unbelievable the way America has become, and how nonchalant it is to, oh, I don't like this dog, I'll drop it off. Or like last night, some guy was getting rid of his Argentinian Dogo because the other dogs were constantly fighting with it. So rather than the entitled whiner get off his ass and cell phone and social media and train all of the dogs, he chose to try to get rid of it. Well, again, if you've watched my other channel or any of my videos throughout this channel, you'll know that at any given point in time, I've had 4 dogs at any point in time. Was it a challenge? Hell yeah, it was a challenge. Lady would try to whoop everything's ass. She was fucking evil. But she only got that way after she got fixed. But it was a job. You had to be an alpha 24/7 with that little bitch. But I stuck with it. And was I going to get rid of her? No. I know A, she was a rescue. B, they would have killed her or turned her into a fucking fighting dog. And that wasn't my thing. The dogs I ended up with, most of the time I kept till they were dead. A few of them I found homes for them that people would drop off because the people in town would see. Everybody knew I had 4 dogs, so you knew not to come on my property, because if my dogs didn't get you, I was going to fucking shoot you. So what they would do is drop the dog off down the street, and the dog would end up in my yard later on that afternoon or evening. It was a given. And that's usually how it happened, and I would have to go find a home for the damn dog, and it was just aggravating as fuck. But at that time of year, they would always do it. So at any given point in time, I would end up with fucking 2 extra dogs, 3 extra dogs a month. Hell, sometimes it was a dog every week. It was just fucking unbelievable. And then my neighbor was, his dog, he wouldn't get fixed, so she ended up pregnant all the time. So the dogs, instead of end up in my yard, they'd end up in his yard. And that posed a problem, because at nighttime they would come in my yard attacking my dogs, because I didn't have a fence. But I had the chains and everything on them, so while I was not there, they would end up attacking my dog or go after my stepson. So that had to be took care of too. So there's that. I know I got a little long on the tooth and a little out of this and that, but it's just, I don't know. It blows my mind that people will do that. But back again, they mistreat their kids and spend more time on social media rather than raising their kids. So, I mean, I understand about the dog too, or fucking video games and everything else. So if you don't think you can handle a dog, don't get one. And last but not least, rescue dogs ain't for everybody. I know it's a good idea that you want to save the dog and this and that, but my theory on this is, it's better for the dog to end up in the pound once and have the heartbreak once and be put down than they experience the heartbreak 4 or 5 times and then someone put them down. And I know that sounds fucked up, but there's been a lot of people. There was one dog and I couldn't do nothing about it. I tried. I didn't have the room. I couldn't. someone took a dog, and the poor dog had been returned 3 fucking times in the past 2 weeks. 3 times. And it was just horrible. And they eventually put him down, 3 others, and an Argentinian dogo were all put down the same day. And no, I don't work there. I just heard about it. So it sucks. You can't save them all. Love the ones you can.